The group seems to want to go. I don't really mind. I like either direction.
Well, what would you want?
I think exploring the unique things, because it's such a different thing.
They're unique, in fact.
Yeah, in systems, like, it's completely different. And it'd be interesting to explore that sort of thing.
Right, it's a different system, but for Hirandor, do you have anything particular in mind for him? Like, what would that entail in Hirandor's case more specifically? Would we, like, seek out something? Like, would we raid the dragged graveyards to conjure up spirits for him to talk to? Like, what would...
I haven't got a clue. I think if I hadn't been up since 5 o'clock this morning, I would have a good answer for you. But at the moment, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Personally... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I thought you were done, basically. But personally, I think we should... I want to start with... Because I want to make a... I want to open the gate, as we discussed the other last time, to like the world of the dead, and bring out the hordes, right? But to do that, I imagine I have to get some powerful like ritual magic or some necromancy that I have no clue how to do. And we've only been hinted that it might be even a remote possibility. But if anyone has like an awesome necromancy book, that might be a place to go. And if anyone has it, it's probably like Erasmus, right? Like he's a big into soul reaping and whatnot.
Sure.
As I understood it, at least, like
seems likely. He's
the father of traitorous necromancy, right? So
he's a man of death and destruction and horror.
So that's something like I would be interested in finding him, because as it's always been, the unique thing is you're connected to the same sort of thing. So, I mean, and he is responsible necessarily for the doom. So maybe the blue fire and Hirandor's connection.
Doom invaded, so
yeah, basically would also be like he might have all the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that like level 10 stuff?
I have no idea. We don't need to fight him necessarily if we can get and steal his crap.
The main point is we pick what we want to try and go after, and then we work out how we go after it.
Yeah. Then we work on it until we are level 10.
Yeah.
We farm a whole bunch of boars in the
Then
forest.
we foil his plan, and the Doom escapes in their world and wrecks all their stupid shit that they had built up for invading us.
We go down to this plains area of play, and like look around, see what's going on, divine how we might go through, etc. It's gonna take us time. It's not like we can just pop in there next session. Like, hello. At least we probably won't pop in there next session. I'd be surprised if we did.
I at least feel like we need some more knowledge about stuff, because right now it's still very nebulous, if you know what I mean.
Even if we want to go after Erasmus, we would still need to find out a way to get to where he is, which is the Feywild, a way to break into his place, which is somewhere in the Feywild, and we don't know exactly where, so we need to find that as well.
So we need to find like a place he hung out, particularly before like he went there, right? Like his old workshop or something like that.
I don't think, like, for what the message said, I would interpret that as he has the thing with him.
Uh-huh.
Well, the point is, we still go there, we might get clues.
He hides the scythe from me. He is in the Fey. I need it.
So you may just need some kind of a spell or magical item or some other way to locate a certain person, right?
Well,
but then there's not even a guarantee that it is with him, because they're just, although it does imply it, it's not a guarantee.
So it seems like the most concrete thing we can do is next session about the sword, right? Because we have the dragon spirit in there who might know something. It certainly hints that it knows something without being willing to tell us what. So we might start next session by having like a communication with it or some such.
Yeah.
then we might want to repair it and restore it to its glory and then go on whatever fetch quest it wants us to do, right? It wants to bury its remains somewhere or something like that. I don't think there were any remains.
But that would entail repairing this, or we would need to find Spy Lady, who I do still believe is actually an icon in disguise.
It does tell, the sword does point me constantly to the location of that person.
Yes. So we need to find her, and then be like, give us that, and also let us keep the sword.
Yeah. Having a conversation with her might make sense.
Sure.
I have a feeling if she knows that it's within the Free City, she's going to come bolting, right? So.
I think she's the Jack.
Really? I mean, that seems like...
That's what I think. I think we have... Yeah, that's what I think.
It's a very direct action icon.
Yeah, well, someone has to be.
Moved, but maybe.
The Jack seems to be an icon like that, at least.
Anyway, that's what I think. So.
Sure, going after Spy Lady and talking to the sword. And talking to Architect Lady. And Warak, question mark?
I mean, sending him a message at least. He would probably like to know, let's take a message, like, look up a copy of... I mean, they probably have one in Grand Castle, like... You know, and look that up. Take a look at that, and you know, we're with you, buddy. We're together in this.
Thumbs up.
Doing multiple gods' work.
Or none, as it were.
Like all of them, literally. Like, you know.
But with no strong feelings one way or the other.
Yeah. Just be very neutral.
Yeah.
We are very neutral and unmoved to report to you that they have the worst birthday cats.
They are. They have. Tell my wife.
I'm
hello.
ambivalent towards your existence, but.
He was born with a heart filled of neutrality. Ugh. All right. Conversations with important people with a sword, and then
hope that whatever they ask us to is not completely unreasonable.
Yep. And hunt down one of them to get other things for the sword. And after that, well, it depends on really what the first steps.
What does the sword ask us to, and what does it offer? Like, you know, if it's like, well, I can offer you money, we're like, well,
no,
you know, that's not really that exciting.
No.
But it's like, I can offer you knowledge because I made it, and the forge still exists, where remnants and shards that splintered off in the process of creation still connect to the original piece. I mean, like, yes, we have to go find the magical spell forge in the heart of the mountain of the dead volcano of the Red Rift Canyon, where now a great dragon lairs. You know, then suddenly we have something to go for. Gonna beat up that dragon, take the spell forge, and recover the shards of the broken scythe.
Would be the most concrete thing about the scythe that has ever been revealed. So yes.
Yeah, like that it has been made by this thing that we have. So, I mean, you know, might be some sort of something that connects to it in some way that might let us at least know. Because if the Feywild plane is as big as this one, then going there is like being like, now we're in the right plane of existence.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's not really helpful at all.
Somewhere
honestly.
On this planet, there is a little room.
On Earth.
Exactly.
We have to just find like this one implement. Magical pliers that will save the world are somewhere.
It's not like in Star Wars where they just land next to it.
At least we can be like, you know, somewhere in like the US. Then suddenly it's smaller, but still huge. So, then we can go from there. I think that certainly is a concrete and a thing that we've at least had hinted that is a thing we could do. So, you know, I think that's more interesting than going to the architect and asking what he needs for some soldiers or for a pledge of honor or something like that. Because that's not really connected to who we are as characters, right? That's more like sort of It's not focused on us. And we're the interesting people. Mostly, at least. To my mind. I want to learn more about you guys.
And I want to learn more about the army of Graham.
It's not more as much as an army as it is a people.
Okay, the
Leads
people
you.
of Graham. The point still stands. Is I think you plan to possibly use them as an army.
We'll call ourselves the Forsaken.
Or the bridge
Wait.
burners.
Sure, that works as well.
Maybe not that, but that's what I'm thinking of when
You're burning all the bridges. Wait.
I think
Yeah.
about Graham and what he does.
The Shattered Suns, perhaps. We'll see. We'll ask them. Yeah, that'd be glorious. People reborn. Almost impossible to think about, but if there's a hope, and if that hope lies in the vault, in some ritual too dark to even think of, with Anrakyn's help, could be.
Yes, to resurrect an entire civilization, that is the grandest.
We could twist it and make it work.
Mhm. Anything is possible with enough power.
Such a thing, even if the faintest chance, cannot be ignored.
Well, on that note, I actually need to get some sleep. So I'm gonna go. Yeah. Unless anything else needed to be said by, like, sheep, maybe.
No. I think I said everything.
Okay. But I am hosting the call, just to warn you guys.
I can set another one if you care.
Okay. Well, good night, guys. Thanks for the session.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
There we go.
Mhm.
And we can keep discussing stuff for a little while.